It feels so good to be back. The world is a better place because you are here to join us. My name is Matt Brown, and I am the host of the Productive Conversations podcast. It is Tuesday, August 13th, 2024. And after a quick break, some time off, we are back and better than ever. Ryan and Jose are with me for another edition of Productive Conversations. What's up, fellas?
How's it going, guys? Good to be back.
What's up, guys? Can't wait to start.
Can't wait to start indeed. But yes, as we told you, we were going to take a week off, enjoy the summer. I went to a wedding over the weekend. Congratulations to Ashley and Daniel. Glad to see the world in perfect harmony for once up in Vermont. So that was good to see. That was pretty much my highlight. And I just worked on the show, to be honest. What were you guys up to?
Take some time off, went away for a little bit. It was good.
Stayed home, chilled, watch wrestling.
As we have another thing added to the mix. So thank you for that. Me and Jose were right about Roman Reigns coming back, as we have literal proof behind him. So we just wanted to celebrate that as well. But besides that, we're at the dog days of summer. Got a couple weeks to go. And then before you know it, it's going to be Labor Day. After Labor Day, that means it is the fall pretty much. Pretty much. It is the fall, and that means it is football season, and we're bringing back our NFL, our weekly NFL and college football season. Sorry, we're bringing back our weekly NFL and college football shows. Gonna get into the MLB postseason, get ready for the NBA to start, and start the cycle once again. And we will talk about all about that and a new schedule starting at Labor Day, but we're gonna keep doing what we normally do, doing our two shows a week in the summer as we ride out the final month. And it really did go as fast as we thought it would. Am I right?
Absolutely. No, the summer has gone by exceptionally fast, but
So, having said that, let us enjoy the rest of it and let us comment and talk about what is going on in this crazy world in the final weeks of the summer. The big thing to hit on, of course, is the Olympics. The 2024 Summer Olympics have come to a close in Paris, France. If you guys happen to see the closing ceremony, the literal passing of the torch to Tom Cruise, and he
yeah.
somehow went all the way to Los Angeles, where the next Summer Olympics will be. Summer 2028 is in Los Angeles. That's where the Olympics will be. Who's excited for that?
I'm definitely excited. I mean, so maybe someone can help me with this. Do they always have somebody carry the torch to the next location, or is that
Yeah.
strictly because they do?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, that's
I don't
always a
know.
tradition.
I don't know if I've ever caught that from the closing ceremonies before, to be honest with you. So very interesting. But no, it was cool. The closing ceremonies, I thought they were great. I mean, great for closing ceremonies. Obviously, the
Mm-hmm.
opening and the closing are just they're kind of traditions that we just do at this point. I don't know what they add to the whole thing, but it was a really good games this year. I really enjoyed them, and I didn't pay attention to 2020 at all.
Yeah, right.
And so I just didn't. And so like realistically, this was like the last time I watched the Olympics in like it's been like 8 years since I've really watched. And they were good. I do think
Yeah.
social media changed it though, because I don't in 2016, like I don't remember knowing who won everything before I watched at night or whatever, like before I was watching. Whereas like now, like this time, partly because of the time difference, but mostly because of social media, I feel like I knew everything that was happening before it happened. So that was different,
Yeah,
having the
with the six
spoilers.
hours time difference too added to that, of
Right.
course.
Yeah. So
But
LA won't have that because it'll be happening in real time. Maybe we'll see.
yeah, no, I like really took the effort to watch it and pay attention. From
Hmm.
obviously Simone Biles getting gold again, Sha'Carri Richardson with that redemption story after them not letting her compete in Tokyo due to
Hmm.
weed, and she wins gold. Um, Noah Riles, right?
Noah Lyles.
Sorry,
Lyles.
Noah
Yep.
Lyles takes home gold. Team USA winning some thrilling games against Serbia, especially.
Yeah.
The people will remember. We also, and we are. I'm showing my three favorite things that are left. What else did I mention? We had Katie Ledecky with swimming.
Mhm.
Um, the 4x4 relay during the last day was cool for the women. That guy who was in the Netherlands during the high jump and he jumped under the thing completely, but still won gold. I don't know if you happen to catch that.
I did see that one, and I mean the pole vaulter from Italy, I think it
Oh
was,
yes, he won because he was too
or
blessed
France. Well,
downstairs.
he lost because he was too
Yeah.
blessed. That's his disqualification. So,
But
well,
here's my three things left that I want to discuss before we put a close. Then I believe the 26 winter ones are going to be where?
In
so
Utah or something?
No,
no,
that's
that's
32.
32. But so here's the
Oh,
thing: it's supposed to be in Milan, right?
Okay, that's
But
what it is.
there's some significant concern that the
Oh no.
infrastructure won't be ready in time. And so
Really?
they're taking
I didn't know
backup
this.
they're taking backup bids. Yeah, I just learned this recently. They're taking backup bids right now. And apparently one of the leading backup bids is Lake Placid, who's already
What?
hosted a Winter Olympics, so they already have some of the infrastructure. And so yeah, apparently Lake Placid is making a late play to replace Milan if Milan can't get the funding together to like finish all the stuff they need to have an Olympic Village and do the Winter Games. So
Yeah,
we could end up with 2020, 2026, 2028, and 2032
man,
all happening in the US,
they're gonna
depending
be
on,
annoyed. They're gonna
yeah,
be
I mean,
annoyed.
so that would be
But who
crazy
cares?
to have three Olympics that close together, two in a row in the same place would be freaking crazy. But it
I
could
feel like
happen depending on Milan's funding.
I feel like I gotta go to that one of those three.
I want to go to
Really,
the
I really
summer personally. Like I want
in
to go to
LA.
LA, but yeah.
Yeah, like I feel that it literally is a once in a lifetime opportunity.
Oh yeah, you have to. You have to go. You have to just take a day even and just do a long weekend. You'll be tired, but you'll get to see, it
The
doesn't matter what you
damn
see.
Olympics. Isn't
Yeah,
that a big enough statement? You get to see the damn Olympics.
exactly.
But just to move on because I do want to talk about these things. There's three
Hmm.
things from the Olympics I want to talk about. Number one, we saw Team USA, the men and women, successfully win gold. Shouts out to our men and women.
Hmm.
The obviously after you win, you like to party. And this is a party story, I specifically with the men's side of things. And we have arguably one of the greatest basketball, not arguably,
oh,
he is one of the greatest basketball players of all time. He might be number two, but he's LeBron James and he's special. He's special no matter what.
Hmm.
And this time there's plenty of people who want to share their moments with LeBron as LeBron is about to go party. There was a kid who was looking to have a dream come true and meet his heroes. Let's see how LeBron James reacted to when a kid approached him for an autograph.
Congratulations, LeBron. Stop. Don't do that. Congratulations, LeBron.
Oh, let's try that again.
Congratulations, LeBron. Stop. Don't do that. Congratulations, LeBron. Champion!
All right, you guys saw what I saw. He
Yeah.
just swiped that kid away. Stop,
yeah,
stop,
but
stop.
you didn't see the part where he starts dancing, like
Yeah,
right?
as he
Yeah,
enters the club or whatever, he
yeah.
starts to dance, which is also pretty
Hmm.
funny.
Oh man, this clip doesn't have that part,
I mean,
That's
unfortunately.
yeah,
fine.
you can check it out. It's on Twitter. You can check it out. But literally right after that, there's some clips that have both parts. With him shooing the kid away, you can't hear what he says. This clip was better because you could hear what LeBron said to the kid. Like you could see LeBron do
Stop,
something with
stop,
the
stop.
kid and then go and then dance as he walks in. And sees presumably his teammates or his friends who are already there when he arrives. But yeah,
Was that a dick move from LeBron?
What a douchebag. Oh,
You
can't
think so?
stand him.
so I'm gonna take an interesting side here. Um, I think LeBron smelled from like a mile away that dude was trying too hard to be his buddy to get a picture or to get an autograph or whatever. So this is a true story. I went to a Red Sox Phillies game. I was in the players like section because my uncle is good friends with Bobby Valentine, who was the manager of the Red Sox at the time, right? And so we go back afterward with all the players' families to the bus, and I tried to get David Ortiz's signature on a baseball, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I
You?
went up, I did. I went up to him as he was walking in, right? And I was like, Mr. Ortiz, Mr. Ortiz. And he looked at me and just walked by. And then my sister, who's right next to me, who said nothing, literally went up to him and said, Here. And he laughed, signed her ball, and then got on the bus. It's because she was clearly, I mean, my sister, by the way, played baseball and softball in college, like ended up playing in college. She was young at the time. So actual big fan of the sport, actual big fan of David Ortiz and, the whole deal. And you could just tell, like, I just wanted to have him sign the ball to say that, oh, I had David Ortiz sign a baseball. I didn't actually care about him or the team or baseball really at all. Whereas my sister, was a real fan who was genuinely excited to be seeing the players, and the players responded. So I think it was that. Like the guy goes up and says, congratulations, Mr. Whatever, or Mr. LeBron. He goes, stop it. Because the guy walks up to him, tries to shake his hand, offer him congratulations. You don't know LeBron James that way. You don't need to be shaking his hand to congratulate him on the street. I don't know. I don't think it was a problem. I mean, it's wild that he just said stop it to a stranger. You know what I mean? Like he didn't even ignore, like I would have ignored him personally, but I don't think it's bad that LeBron didn't give this guy,
Was
give
it a
this guy
guy or a
time.
kid?
It
I
was a
mean, it was a
kid. It
kid.
was a kid.
Okay, it
I
totally
was a
different
kid
then.
too. I was a kid too when
I
David
I
Ortiz
get
did
it.
it.
Well, you said Mr. Ortiz, Mr. Ortiz. Of course, he's gonna look at you funny. Like your sister went up and got it. Well,
Well,
he
that's what
didn't do
this guy did. He
anything.
goes up and said, "Congratulations, LeBron." Like you don't know him. Don't talk to him. You know what I
But
mean? You
he
don't
could have
know
handled
him.
it way better than that.
I think
Sure. I
so
mean,
too.
yeah. He didn't. Yeah, he
Like
could have just ignored the kid, which is what
in
I would
front
have
of
done.
everybody. Like, come on now, it's a freaking kid.
Right.
And
No.
where the
This.
hell is his parents at? God
Yeah.
damn, it gotta be
Is
like
that what they do in
10,
France?
11 o'clock. Yeah, they be freaking partying up at
I don't
12
think
years.
that kid was as young as we think he is, by the way. But
I don't know. He looked like just a normal kid looking for an autograph. Like,
no.
You
But I'm
know,
saying I don't think he was like 12. I think he was like 15, 16.
I don't. And by the way, by the sound of the voice, I don't think he was the one that said congratulations, Mr. James.
Well, I'm just going off the video. I heard someone say
Yeah,
that, and he said,
yeah.
"Stop, stop."
Because it was the
So,
same dude that was talking about congratulations walking by that way. I don't think it was the kid at all.
well, if that wasn't the kid, then he shouldn't have reacted that way. But I don't know. If you walk up to
He's
me in the
just a
street,
douchebag. There's a
I don't
reason
know.
why nobody like half the people don't like him.
I don't know. If you walk up to me and I don't know you and you're like, "Congratulations," I'd be like, "All right." I don't know. That's
it's
where I'm
also
at.
if you're a world-renowned athlete too, is the same thing. It's the same dynamic. Listen, I get both sides of the argument, and especially with autograph hounds, as worse as they are, and there are people who poach, who get kids to poach for
Mhm.
autographs. But I don't know. He could have just kept walking,
Right? Yes, he
or
could
he
have
could have
ignored
just
him.
as I showed the Jeremy Allen White autograph style, literally just scribble.
Hmm.
I think
I mean,
that'd be the
again, I
better
think
option.
ignoring is also totally fine. He didn't have to say stop, stop, stop. I agree with that. But at the same time,
It's true though. Don't meet
he's
your
tired.
heroes. Don't meet your
He was
heroes.
tired.
But I will say one thing not even this NBA playoffs had, but sorry. Something that this NBA playoffs didn't have and these Olympic Games had is LeBron going gray. And that's going to be something to get used to cuz not even with all my sports heroes I've seen, not a lot of them went gray during their playing days.
During their
So,
playing, yeah.
but I mean, I don't know. I've seen a lot more people go grayer as I feel like when I was growing up or when we were growing up, like people went gray in like their 50s. I've seen people in their 30s go gray.
I got gray hairs.
Yeah, I'm not
Where?
used to that. Oh,
I do, yeah.
I can't see here, so I don't know. I'm like Jose too, but I'll take your word for it.
No,
'Cause
I mean they're not a lot, but yeah, I do have them.
You got like hair. You look like your beard looks like something from like Lion King, Mufasa type thing. Man. I don't see no grays.
It's not in my beard. It's in my actual hair. But
okay. Well, yeah, I was specifically talking about people graying the beard.
no, their beard. I'm
Yeah.
lucky. My beard is just trying to catch up to my actual hair color still, because it's been red for most of my life. So I got a ways to go before it finishes the full life cycle of my hair. It started off red like my head, and then my head got darker, and now my beard's finally getting darker. By time my hair turns white, my beard will finally start to turn a little bit whiter. So
not gonna lie, I can't wait to get like grow my beard out and like have gray hairs even more.
yeah,
You're
I like
excited.
the salt and pepper. I like the salt and pepper look.
I mean, some people pull it off really well too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't know. My grandpa neither of my grandpas had gray hair. My dad doesn't have gray hair. I think I'm just stuck with this.
Yeah, you might be good then.
Oh well.
I like the gray hair. I like the white hair actually, specifically. So hope I get the white hair, not the gray one.
So we're about to attempt to play a clip from the Olympics. This is part 2 of all my Olympics clips. Breakdancing was introduced to the Olympics this year, and I did not see it live, but everybody knows this one clip I'm about to show. And disclaimer, for those listening, you'll be able to hear the clip, no problem, on all our podcasting platforms. On YouTube, I can't promise that. So we're going to show as much as we can, and if it goes mute, or if we have a clear jump cut, that means we were not allowed to show Olympic breakdancing. So we're going to attempt it anyways, because why not? And if they decide to not allow us to play it, well, the IOC does not like to have fun. But we will at least play it. If you can't see it, please look up the 40-second clip of this Australian breakdancer. And
Ray Gunn.
Yeah, yes. Rachel Gunn, it says she has a PhD in cultural movement and convinced Australia to pay for her trip to the Paris Olympics. She participated in breakdancing and got 0 points. Okay, right. But let's see what moves she had. Here we go.
Okay guys, an important part about being a performer is being able to express yourself through movement, being able to move your body to convey a message, to get something across.
Okay, she's literally wobbling. Oh my god. She did the shower? She did a sprinkler? By the way, I do not know if this is the actual music played during.
I don't believe so.
I mean, she can stay on her head at least. Okay, I think you got the gist. Okay. What the fuck was that?
Can I also say...
No, I don't know.
She won't go now. She didn't get any points. I have to say something also. I just found out before we were recording. 2028 in Los Angeles, arguably one of the birthplaces of hip hop around the world. They are not doing breakdancing. Breakdancing is not getting a callback. It's had exactly one Olympic year, which was this year, 2024 in Paris. Yeah, so you know how bad you have to be to get a sport canceled after 1 year? You have to be exactly as bad as we just saw.
Can you tell us, do you know who won breakdancing gold?
The girl, the women's side, the B girls, as they call themselves.
The B girls.
Was, not kidding, was won by Japan.
Oh, good.
And the B-boys were won by Canada.
It's all good.
So the United States didn't get medal in either of the breakdancing categories, which is just insane.
And they made it, huh?
It's insane that we didn't medal in something that we actually invented. But I guess.
Bro, you do not see breakdancing anymore. Not even in the streets in New York.
It's just.
It was I guess,
silly.
80s, 90s.
You see that in Times Square.
So, I mean, the people
I mean, you
jumping
see
over
that
each
in
other.
Times Square,
Sure.
yeah.
Jumping over each other, little dancing bull crap, and then he's like, "Hey, give me $20 and watch me jump over 9 people."
No, the best part is when they don't do it. Give me $20 and they just run
Yeah.
away with your
Then they
money.
run away.
Then I've
Yeah.
seen that shit. But I mean,
No.
I guess so. I think about it as like literal. It hit its peak. You guys seen White Chicks
Yeah, it's not popular anymore.
where they did that, or Step Up? Remember that movie Step
Yeah,
Up
yeah,
with
yeah.
Channing
Mhm.
Tatum? That was the peak of breakdancing.
Right. That was at its zenith. It was actually that might have been
That was
past the
not
peak, to be
Step
honest with
Up.
you.
Was it Step Up?
Yeah, Step
Was it
Up.
called the
yeah,
one
it
with
was. Hey,
and
I think it
There's like
came in the
7
Last
of them.
Dance.
There's
I
like
think
7
so.
of them.
with Channing
Yeah.
Tatum and You Got Served? Remember the movie You Got
Right.
Served?
I mean, yes, I do. I don't. It's crazy.
You got
My
served.
thing was like, so I was watching this. I watched the breakdancing, and I don't understand. I mean, all right. So I understood
watched it.
I understood how she lost, right? Like I watched Ray Gunn, as she calls herself, Rachel Gunn, do her routine, and I said, "Oh, she lost." Like that was pretty clear that she didn't win, because she was bad at it. But everybody else was doing roughly the same thing, and I don't. There's no like even in gymnastics, which does have like a judge scoring you. You know, like, all right, 3 flips is going to be harder than 2 flips, and you get more points if you do 3, right? Like, it makes sense. You could kind of follow along, even if you don't know exactly what's going on. I can't tell you how they score breakdancing. It was like 2 people would dance to a song, and then a group of judges said, all right, you won. And then that was it. There was no scoring system that was shared. It was totally just the judges said, no, that was good. Trust me. And then that person went forward, and then Japan won. And so I don't know. I'm glad it's out in 2028. It's very difficult to do. It requires physical fitness to stand on your head and do all those other things. Of course, not taking away from the performers at all, but just it doesn't fit with the rest of the sports. Not even the other pageantry sports like gymnastics. It's too different. It doesn't fit.
Ain't the same thing as the gymnastic, the dance part?
No, it's not, because on the
Like,
gymnast. No,
they do
seriously,
a little flip, 3 flips,
right?
and
But
then do a split.
but I'm saying like, yeah. So in gymnastics, if you could do 3 flips and then like stick the landing, you get like 10 points. And if you do 2 flips and stick the landing, you get 8 points. But if you do 3 flips and then mess up, then you only get 6 points. So like you can follow along and be like, all right, they did 3 flips, the other person did 2 flips, the person who did 3 flips correctly gets more points. With breakdancing, there was no like, you couldn't say like, oh, that was harder than this. Like there was no way to be like, that was the harder move or that was the more interesting thing. It was just subjective. It was just what the judges liked. They're like, oh, this one follows the rhythm better. I'm like, I think they're all kind of keep it to the again, with the one major exception being our girl Reagan, who didn't follow the beat and was quite bad. And so obviously in her case, we could all see that she was doing badly, but everybody else, yeah, I mean, I don't know. It was very difficult to say, oh, this person was doing harder stuff or better stuff or whatever.
Well, somebody got to celebrate, I guess.
Yep. Well, so there's one group of people who get to claim to be Olympians for breakdancing, and that's it. First and last time.
Good for you.
Reagan's like the Cool Runnings of breakdancing for the Olympics.
I mean, I don't think she's going to get invited back. I did see a clip of her dancing in Australia. She wasn't good necessarily, but she was better than she was at the Olympics. So I don't know. Maybe she got a little nervous. Who knows?
Amen. Amen to that. And the last thing, we're going to actually talk about the bronze today. Everybody knows Nikola Jokic.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Center for the Denver Nuggets. Multiple NBA MVPs. Champion, obviously. Top 5 player in the game right now. Could go down as one of the best centers of all time. Let me play you the clip when he won the NBA Finals. The first finals for the Denver Nuggets, might I add.
NBA champions.
And now you are an NBA champion, Nikola. How does that feel?
It's good. It's good. The job is done. We can go home now.
I'm curious what you are feeling right now, and if you're looking forward to a parade coming up in Denver.
When is parade? When is parade?
Thursday.
No.
No!
I need to go home. Okay. We won it, but I think it's not the most important thing in the world still. There is a bunch of things that I like to do. I mean, probably that's a normal thing, you know. Nobody likes his job, or maybe they do. They're lying.
Okay, now let me show you how he reacted with his Serbian teammates when they won the bronze medal.
That's him, yep.
Look at how much he's smiling, clapping,
That makes
and then,
sense, though.
and then this is where he goes crazy.
You know what that looks like?
What's
You know what that looks like? It looks like last Saturday, like when Roman Reigns came out. It was a celebration everywhere.
You're damn right, Jose, on that. But you know, I think I can't say this is my line, so I will credit Mink Flow for saying he said there's a difference between winning with friends and just coworkers.
Yeah. No, 100%. This is, I mean, you saw it in the other clip. He's like, I need to go home. He clearly wants to be in Serbia with his friends and his family in Serbia. And Denver Nuggets are just the people who pay him to play basketball, but his friends in Serbia are the people he likes to hang out with. I think that's very clearly what's on display here. And honestly, I mean, I get it.
And he just so happens, it's funny, he just so happens to be one of the best players in the league right now and maybe one of the best centers of all time.
Yeah.
But his bronze medal is more important than his NBA Finals championship victories and his NBA MVPs.
Well, also, I mean, the bronze medal too. I mean, not to spoil the NBA Finals for anybody. I mean, for a lot of people, I know it's very important. But I mean, he did that for his country. You know, like a lot of people. I mean, you can be as hard as you want to be about your country, right? We saw it in the last 3 weeks. Even the hardest, like every place sucks person was kind of hoping we would win. Like everyone gets a little more patriotic at the Olympics. That's just true. And so you get to play basketball and then win a medal, like representing your home, like where you're from, and being a hero to like the people who raised you and like the people who are coming after you. I mean, I could see why that would matter more. I could see why winning the gold medal might matter more to some of the American team than winning an NBA championship or an MVP. You get to inspire a generation of, you know, young kids. You get to represent your country at a very important event. You know, I think that the patriotism can't be understated either, but I do think most of it's just he likes being with his friends in Serbia.
I mean, fair enough. That's all I can say is fair enough to that. And that's an interesting story, you know? And there's clips of him like out in a club in Serbia, and they are not playing like typical American hip hop, bouncing, grinding music. It's just like, you know, the typical and he's going ham.
He was at a horse track today in Serbia too. I saw some pictures of that.
Yeah, but that's what it is. He's not basketball is not his passion. It's horse racing is his passion.
Yeah.
And in that clip, so in the basketball, the parade was interfering because he thought by winning the championship he can do the next horse race.
Yeah,
was supposed to be around that.
Can
go
you
home and do the horse
imagine
race.
just doing something that isn't your passion and you just happen to be one of the greatest to ever do it?
Well, I mean, not the second part, but I think people, he said it
Oh,
himself.
yeah.
People hate their jobs all the time. Now, again, the fact that he's one of the best at it is pretty funny.
In the NBA that people kill for.
Right, yes. And yeah, and that also that if he could make the same money doing something else, he probably would, is also kind of funny.
You are a special breed of person. if being a professional athlete is just your 9 to 5.
You know what? If you're good at something, never do it for free, they say, right? So he figured that out.
Yes, he did. All right, let's switch it up from the Olympics and let's talk about probably a 2-part convention talk in the next 2 weeks. We have Fanatics Fest next week. We're probably going to make some clips on that. But this past week, Disney had their big convention, the D23 convention, where they made huge announcements on movies, TV shows, theme parks, all of that stuff. You know, there's a lot of breakdown. First, before I have 2 specific things I want to bring up. So let me bring those up before anyone else wants to add to it. First things first. And I will say I'm going to bring, I'm showing you guys non-original movie ideas, but at least these are ones I have somewhat interest in. First things first. Lilo and Stitch will be made into a live action movie. So let us play the teaser that was released amongst it for next summer. Look at Lilo. Live action Lilo.
That's Stitch.
Sorry, Stitch. I fucked it up. I'm gonna fix this for the clip, Dolo. Let me restart it right here. All right, look at this. Lilo and Stitch. Look at the live action Stitch.
He wants Batista?
I will say that actually looks great.
Yeah, that's
It
pretty
really
good.
does. I like Lilo and Stitch. I think it's a good movie. I haven't seen it in a very long time, but it's pretty solid.
Let's wait because their live action movies were trash. Like Little Mermaid was the live action. The last one, it was trash.
I didn't see the Little Mermaid, but
yeah. Well, don't worry, nobody did. Unless you have Disney
I know
Plus
that
now.
as well.
I think a couple of them. The only one they kind of did good with was Beauty and the Beast was the last.
I liked Beauty and the Beast. Jungle Book was pretty good.
Aladdin was trash.
I didn't see Aladdin.
The one
I just saw Beauty and the Beast and Jungle Book.
Will Smith as the Jungle Book was like one of the first. Yeah, the Jungle Book was like the first one, and it was really good because I seen that, and that's what kind of started it.
Yeah,
but it kind of dipped because they try to be politically correct. We're trying to get change the story to be more.
Listen, I can't comment since I've never seen these movies, but this sounds awfully close to Mermaids Aren't Black, and I would like to just put on the record that mermaids are fish. And so any actor or actress can play a mermaid, and if you have a problem with that, then that's really just too bad for you.
Correct. So people gave issues, and nobody saw this stupid movie, and it just went. The only last one that was good was Beauty and the Beast. But go ahead, Matt.
Yeah, I'm just saying this actually looks intriguing, and they have just some up and coming people. Obviously, the original voice of Stitch is back, and here's one that I can't believe we're commenting. All right, so I was in back and forth, and when I gave my notes on this, I don't write what I liked. I wrote. I actually saw this. I was watching these clips 2:30 in the morning after a night before a wedding, so I was pretty drunk looking at all this stuff. So it was fun. It was somewhat fun seeing that, and I actually liked I liked what I was seeing. Then I saw this, and I'm back and forth. I'm like, I mean, I guess they could do it if there was a movie studio to produce this. It makes sense, but then again, I can't believe we're doing this. So I'm back and forth on how I actually feel. But Toy Story 5 will be released in July of 2026. They are doing Toy Story 5. I will show you guys the teaser for it, which they already have. Tim Allen and Tom Hanks are coming back for their 5th installment for a franchise that started out in 1995, and they had movies in 95, 99, 2010, 2019, and now 2026. The first movie came out when I was 10 months old, and I'll be 31 years old when the 5th installment comes out.
When
And
the first one came out?
November
1995.
1995, my very first movie ever. And
Jesus Christ.
they're really stretching this out. Ryan, I know you love using that term, but this is as stretched out as it can be, and they already have a plot for this. So the plot of Toy Story 5, Woody, Buzz, Jesse, and the rest of the gang's jobs get exponentially harder when they go head to head with a brand new threat, technology. Now the concept actually makes sense, but once again, we are going to ask ourselves why. I'll even give them a pass for 2010. And Toy Story is the rare quadruple perfect trilogy. They somehow pulled off Toy Story 4. But they're doing it again. And that movie came out 6 years later.
Yeah, I don't. The gap in between these movies is starting to. I don't know. Like, how old are Tim Allen and Tom Hanks now?
Want me to look it
They're
up?
60s
Yeah.
or 70s.
They're like not young men
Tom
anymore.
Hanks right now is 68, so he'll be 70 years old when the movie comes out.
Right.
Tim Allen is even older. He's 71 right now. He'll be 73 when that comes out.
And then 5, you're gonna end it on 5?
What does it matter their age? It's their voice they're lending. They can sit down in their freaking wheelchairs and just
People
lend their
sound
voice.
different. People don't sound the same their whole
Oh,
life.
give me a break. That's what's called nice editing. You can freaking edit the crap out of it to make it sound like that.
I mean, yeah, and they've done well on all the other movies, so I suppose it's probably silly to bet against this movie being
don't
a
disrespect
good movie.
Pixar.
Like, this is clearly a movie. Like, they've done
Can't
well
we
every
see
other
something
time.
original though? That's all we're asking. I mean,
You got the monster truck. That's original.
Monster
No,
with
it's
the
not.
The
Rock.
monster
Those are
truck
all
movie.
Those
That's
are
that's
all
IP.
IPs. Gravedigger is in there. Those are all IPs.
Yeah, but what movie has they been in? They got their own movie.
They've been in movies. Oh no, they've been in movies. Okay,
been in movie, but they didn't
That's
have
right.
their own movie.
I watched all of the monster truck content when I was a kid. You are wrong, Jose. I
missed
love
that.
the
I actually
monster
been a
trucks.
monster truck.
Blue Thunder.
What?
I
You
might
got
have
Blue
been a
Thunder
monster
out
truck with
there.
Ryan. I might have been
You
a
got
monster truck with
obviously
Ryan.
Gravedigger. What's the name of that dog? Spot or something? There was a dog. That was pretty cool. El Matador.
Now that's
Max
a cool
Destruction. There was so many. No,
one. Gravedigger's
they
a
did it.
legend.
I mean,
I feel like I
Gravedigger's-
might have been to one with Ryan. Maybe I know for a fact I've been to one in Bridgeport.
Bridgeport did that all the time when we were kids.
Dude, I hear those engines to this day. I'll hear those engines for the rest of my life.
I like monster trucks.
There's no problem with that. And now we have The Rock, who
I never went to a monster truck show, so I
Are you
apologize.
serious?
That's actually
No, we'll
surprising,
go.
Jose.
I'm
We'll
sorry.
find
I'm good, thank you.
No, we'll find one for you. It's fine.
Too
We'll find
redneck
one.
for me.
Oh.
A big one though.
Redneck.
We won't do like, guys who souped up a Chevy. We'll get like Gravedigger and all them. Like, we'll find the real ones. It's honestly, Jose, if you like pro wrestling, it's kind of just that, but trucks.
Trucks.
Yeah, they all got characters. Like, no, it's good stuff. It's good stuff.
But man, I really need to have a serious girlfriend by the time Toy Story 5 comes out.
All right, we all can go together.
Oh yeah,
you and me, Jose, Toy Story 5.
Me, you, Ryan, all of
I need to if I can't have a serious relationship, I need to get a job as a movie critic. So it's socially acceptable.
You have a friend in me.
Yes, that's right. We'll go
true.
see Toy Story 5 and then Monster Trucks.
Yeah,
right back.
Can't wait.
It'll be the new Barbenheimer.
Well,
again,
I'm gonna need Kratom for that. Monster Truck Day, I'll tell you that.
Monster Story.
I guess the idea of technology versus toys is actually pretty interesting, but
I mean,
30 years
yes
later,
and no, but so the technology can't talk to the toys, right?
I don't know. Well,
is it like Siri? Is Siri talking?
Yeah, I mean they're gonna do stuff like that with phones and
the AI is sentient. Honestly, that makes it a horror movie. The phone can talk to people.
But if we seen spoiler Toy Story 4, Woody and Buzz get separated, but it's hella sad, but it made sense. but I guess they'll be back.
Yeah, but
but
spoiler. There's thousands of Buzz Lightyears. All right. There's
oh no,
thousands
it
of
has to
Woody
be
toys.
the Buzz Light. No, come on.
Come
The one
on
with the
now.
serial
How will we
number.
know?
Andy's Buzz Lightyear. Come on, dog. You can't just have some other Buzz Lightyear step in.
Stop. Why not?
Yeah. And with his voice, with the Tim Allen voice.
Well, they all have Tim Allen's voice.
Oh my God.
Exactly.
Well,
They do. No, I mean,
what
I'm
are we
not
arguing
saying
about this?
Matt, I agree with you. Obviously, it has to be the Buzz Lightyear that we know, but I'm just saying, technically speaking, they all have Tim Allen's voice.
But then again, we talked last week about Marvel saying we just talked about Marvel and
somebody who played Doctor Doom in the original to be Iron Man. That'd be
No,
fun.
in the comics he takes his face.
Well,
just takes his face.
We've already explained the comics won't work for a movie, but I don't want to go back into it again. But that's my new hope, is that whoever is Iron Man in the universe that the Tony Stark Doctor Doom comes from shows up. And I also personally hope it's the guy who played Doctor Doom in the last movie. I think
if you remember, the best way to explain it is did you watch the last Doctor Strange?
Yeah.
I see the part where Doctor Strange was going through different multiverses, and then he went to get in front of the council, and you had that. It's going to be the same thing like that. It's just Robert Downey Jr. is just Doctor Doom.
All right, let me just quickly play the Toy Story teaser with any spoilers here. I will say that music's nostalgic. Okay, this does not show any plot details. Okay, oh well, that was a wasted.
None of the movies does. I mean, some of them do, but like that one ain't coming out. You got other
2 years.
movies.
Yeah.
Jose, you're Mr. Disney. What were you excited for from the D23?
The parks. I was more of a parks guy. Since I'm going there, I go every year. They're expanding Magic Kingdom, which I can't wait. And they're freaking finally evolving Animal Kingdom, that piece of crap of a park. Can't wait.
I swear, do they hold this conference every year?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I swear it has not made as much noise as it has in the last few years.
Because back then, D20, you had the whole COVID situation. Like, they announced this whole big thing. Like, they just opened a new part to Epcot, and what they described it as is not what it was, and it was because of COVID kind of pushed everything back until now. So technically pushed everything back, and now they're finally
doing stuff
involving. Like, there's some parts that, like, if you go to Animal Kingdom, there's not a lot of to do in Animal Kingdom. Like, there's certain rides. You got the Avatar rides.
The animals.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, you can do that anywhere. Okay. You're not paying them prices. You're not paying $200 to go to Animal Kingdom when you go to like the goddamn zoo or SeaWorld for $70 and do that.
True. You can, yeah.
I mean, it's nice, but then you got to be real slick with it because if you're gonna go see the animal and do like the safari rides, everybody knows you either gonna do it early in the morning or right after it rains. If that,
why? Because that's when the animals. Oh, you're not seeing
early in the morning because it's freaking Florida. It's 90 degrees. They're gonna be
they're going inside.
They're chilling in the shades or by the water. So when you're driving by, you see them from afar. But early in the morning is where they're most active. So when you want to jump on those like safari rides, you do it early in the morning. A lot of people don't get that. So when they get on that, and it's like,
you just gave us a Disney hack, huh?
Maybe you get one ostrich. So you
try to
take ostrich pass by your truck. You're like, all right, bet, cool, whatever. That's where you do that right early in the morning, and then you do the Avatar rides, and then you're pretty much done. If you're gonna do like park hopping, you do Animal Kingdom first. You knock those knock those 3 out, and then you go to the next park at 2:00, and you go do whatever the hell you want to do after that. But everybody knows, and then you're gonna move. Monster Inc.'s gonna have their first.
That's
ride.
Cool. I will say, I wanted to say that whole world. Only 3 decades too late, but it still looks cool.
But they're taking away Muffin Baby. Like, it seems like the Muffin Babies is that they're gonna move that out. freaking best park, best like. If you're looking in rides, Disney Hollywood is probably number one.
Mm-hmm.
There's so many thrill rides.
Tower of Terror, right?
Tower of Terror. You got the Aerosmith ride. You have both Star Wars rides.
They're still pulling out that Aerosmith ride, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, everybody, they just refurbished it too, so it's up
It's
there
just
now.
like Aerosmith's a hella old band, like real.
There was talks of changing the theme of it.
Yeah, like I'm not trying to hate. I love it. I love
Right.
I love a bunch of their songs. I
The
think
Charlie XCX Brat roller coaster.
that's what I'm
I don't know
saying.
about
Like they are ancient history to like Gen
You got a
Z.
better chance of having the Creed roller coaster.
But
With
who's really making a
arms
boom.
wide open.
I always wonder, yeah, but like I said, Aerosmith, that's a 50-year-old band right there.
Yeah, no, they're all old, but it's classic. It's a classic ride, right? You leave it in for nostalgia.
Yeah, but
you can take your kids on a ride that you've been on, you know?
They're eventually gonna take that out. And then you got the Indiana Jones ride at Animal Kingdom. And then what's cool is now with Magic Kingdom, now they're expanding it, making it huge. They got a Village Park. They got add more rides. So pretty much now, realistically, they're expanding Magic Kingdom to the point where that one park you're probably gonna need to take 2 days. So you're spending about like $400 depending on how many days you go, just to kind of see everything in Magic Kingdom. And of course, you're doing all this because of what's going on in so they had to answer back somehow, and they're doing this way. But they're just announcing this. It's probably going to take 2-3 years. They won't start till 2025. I'll be in Disney World in November, so
yeah, I won't be there for that.
You'll be there to look at the bulldozers.
Yeah, exactly.
The construction don't start till 2025, so they're probably leaving it. I mean, they announced what rides are not going to be open. I think the only ride that's not opening when I'm there or is Borderland is Peter Pan ride. But other than that, I'm pretty good to go. But I'm gonna go back next year, but I'll probably just do Universal just so I can check out the new stuff, universe. Yeah.
Anything else stuck out with you from D23, Ryan?
No, watch the Hercules live stage show.
Yeah,
they gotta work on that. They gotta work on it.
I like the idea of that. I like the idea of
Is that the new Broadway show?
Yeah. The Fates have got to work on it. They're the most important part of the entire thing.
It's opening in the West End first, but it'll definitely transfer to Broadway.
It'll definitely come, but are they going to take any of them out? Aladdin they need to get rid of. I hate Aladdin on Broadway.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know anything about that. I just know that the Fates have the most important part in that entire show.
The three girls?
There's 5 of them, but
5 of them.
Well, whatever.
And they were very talented. All I could hear, they were all very good singers, but they weren't quite together with the movements and the harmonies, and they're gonna have to lock that in, or it's gonna ruin the whole show. And I'm serious, they've really got to lock it in.
You like the guy who played Hercules? I don't know who it was.
Yeah, I thought he did great. There was no issue with that. He sounded great.
Awesome. I will definitely check that out.
Can you not wait for the new Daredevil? Born Again, or was it Born Again? I think it was Born Again. Can't wait for that. They already got season 2 already. No, fuck Ben Affleck.
Ben Affleck.
I missed it.
It's got to be, what's his name? I forget that.
What's his name? He's in Connecticut this weekend actually.
Yeah, I saw
the guy from the TV show?
Mohegan's doing a convention. Bad booking on that one. I'm sorry, with Fanatics Fest.
Yeah,
only about 90 miles away.
Yeah, but I mean, there's 2 different. Either we're gonna do sports or you're gonna do comics. The only reason I didn't do Terrificon was I really did want to meet him, and he was only gonna be there Sunday, so it was either. And they had nobody else. No offense to you Trekkies out there, but I mean, fuck them, all right? So I wasn't gonna go pay $40 fucking to go take a picture with a 70-year-old bald dude I don't know. So he was the only one that I was really gonna go. So it was either picking him or Rhea Ripley and Bailey. So I mean, it wasn't that hard of a choice.
No.
So
Good choice.
Thank you.
You guys are funny. All right, let's switch it up. Ryan, when I saw this, I specifically thought of you.
Okay.
Because you like your music, but you just criticize some musicians, but fair, not constructively.
Constructive.
But this
Very
one, I
talented.
don't think you will. We obviously know Frankie Valli
Yeah.
of the Four Seasons. He's 90 years old, and
Yeah.
he's still touring at
Yeah.
90 years old. And if you want to somehow, some way spend money to see Frankie Valli, this is what you're gonna get.
Does someone own Frankie Valli's soul or something? Because who's forcing this man to still be performing at 90?
He is not moving his lips.
I'm pretty sure at one point he even forgot where he was.
He's just standing there. This is genuinely scary.
I mean, I love me some Frankie Valli and the Four Seasons, but at this point, it's almost like you're watching an animatronic Frankie Valli with these lip syncs. I don't think you need any proof to know that he's lipped from a few months back. Whenever I watch it, I feel like Frankie is staring into my soul or something. It gives me nightmares.
And we want to thank TikTok's Did You Catch This?
Yeah. No, he's not singing. I mean, honestly, the fact that his voice hasn't changed since the 50s would probably be another clue that he wasn't singing. But I mean, there's no way to have that enunciation with so little, unless he picked up ventriloquism at some point in the 90 years he's been performing. There's no way for him to sound like that while moving his lips that little. Yeah, no, that's really sad. I mean, I don't know what his financial situation is. Maybe he made some bad investments or was, spending money like it was his job while he was making all of that money as a, both Frankie Valli and a member of the Four Seasons. But clearly he needs the money, otherwise he wouldn't be doing this. And that's tough because this is, they're kind of abusing that guy, it looks like, making him do this. Doesn't look like he wants to be there. Doesn't look like he knows that he's doing much of it, to be honest with you. But, that's just my opinion.
Maybe he's just doing the opposite of LeBron James and wants to be close to his fans as much as possible.
I mean,
I don't know. If I was a fan of that show, how I would be mortified, upset.
If I paid over
bamboozled,
$20,
annoyed.
if I felt no, because if
$5.
Listen, I can't complain because of the price I'm paying to take a 10-second photo with these people. If I'm paying, he's just in front of stage, like moving like a goddamn robot, lip syncing. I mean, I think getting my money's worth. He's on that stage for 2 hours, and what's more thrilling? What's more thrilling? Not knowing this guy can go at any moment on stage. Is he going to make it past the show?
So
who knows?
I mean.
That's what they're there for.
I'll say this. I don't agree with Jose. I want it to be clear. But
wow.
No. But I do agree, just not with the part about the, what if he doesn't make it. If you're a fan, I don't know why you would care about this. I don't think that your ticket price, Frankie Valli is not the only artist who lip syncs, and I mean, there's people who are in their prime who are not singing when you go to their concert. You know what I mean? And I mean, also, if you've ever been to a hip hop concert, they kind of just do little bits of their song over a track. That's the standard. That's, you know what I mean? Hip hop in particular, they don't do it's not about necessarily the performance each time. It's kind of about the vibe and the energy. So I don't think that that's a problem, that he's lip syncing in terms of fans paid to hear him. They paid to see him perform, and that's what they're doing. I just think the problem is that he's 90 years old and shouldn't be performing anymore.
And looks scary while he doesn't.
Right,
I'm sorry,
like,
he looks freaky.
It'd be one thing if he was like still with it and still going. Be like, all right, well, yeah, he's old, but he's still really clearly like enjoying this and he's on top of his game. But that's clearly not what we're seeing. Like, we're seeing that he's not okay. He doesn't look okay. So yeah, that's a real shame. I like Frankie Valli.
Compared to 81-year-old Mick Jagger.
Right, well, Mick Jagger still
who's
kind
still
of
pushing
moves.
it.
Yeah. Mick Jagger still moves though. He's still with it. You could say he should or shouldn't be performing, but he looks like he's able to perform. This Frankie Valli doesn't.
I just see the entertainment value just standing on stage. Me and Matt is like, is he going? Is he going? He's still singing.
I mean, I'll say
this year's
though,
Oyster Festival. That's what's gonna happen.
Nah, he's
is he
still
gonna be at
bigger.
the Oyster Festival?
No, he's still bigger than the Oyster Festival, which is wild. But well, last year they got a singular member of Rascal Flatts. Rascal Flat. So
Just
no,
Rascal.
I mean, yeah, just Rascal. But I mean, I will say in terms of fans, every time you see a show, could be the last. That's true.
Mm-hmm.
You could say I saw the last Frankie Valli concert.
Jeez.
But
shit, you could go say you saw his last breath if it keeps going.
Well, right now, Jose seems to be really keen on it happening in public. I don't know that that's
He
going to
looks like
be the
Richard
case,
Lewis.
TMZ, you wait. Foul stage.
But
Kick
yeah,
the bucket. Yes.
he's too old. He's clearly not with it. Sad.
All right, let's talk.
Is that a festival? Is that a festival, or he's doing an arena show? Like
That's his show.
I mean, not
That's
an
his
arena show. It's not an arena.
Yeah, but it was
show,
like an outdoor concert venue.
Yeah.
God dang, 50 Cent's doing food truck festivals, and this guy got his own little event.
Yeah, like the
the
PNC Art Center or something.
Yeah, hey,
what the hell?
it's Frankie Valli, Jose.
You even got
Put some
50 Cent
respect
doing
on
a
it.
food
Walk
truck.
like a man. Sherry.
Yeah, you will have a great time watching him perform that in the 70s and 80s as an old man.
Was it December 1963, right?
My God.
Something happened then.
We know what happened then. Just ask Frankie Valli.
So let's talk about infidelity. I have a clip that's gone viral. This is of a same-sex couple, or I should say a girlfriend who is in a same-sex couple. Sorry, a girl in a same-sex couple who found out that her partner was cheating on her. Now let us watch this video and see if this was fair, if this was awkward, if this was cringe. Let's check this out. And Jose, the person who suggested this video to me, specifically asked for your view on this.
Get the hell out of here, really?
Yes, that's literally not a joke. Somebody sent this to me and asked me to show this. So now we're switching it up. We talked about a lot of heterosexual dating problems. And no, we understand we are not part of the community. We are not speaking amongst the community. We are not speaking for the LGBTQIA plus community. We are talking about two people trying to figure it out. So we just want to put that disclaimer right away. I think that's a good one, right, Ryan?
Yeah.
Okay, so here we go. It's called Watch Me Catch My Girlfriend Cheating.
So my girlfriend told me she's out with family and she forgot that I have her location and she's at this bar. So we're about to pull up on her and see what she's really doing. Let's go. Really? Are you fucking joking right now? Hey babe, I thought you were out with family. Who's this? Hi, this is my girlfriend.
Not anymore.
Okay. Thanks. Yeah. Fuck this shit. So, my girlfriend told me...
That is cold.
Oh, wow. Geez. Not anymore. Wow.
I don't advocate for violence, but a lot of people would start scrapping when you hear that. I'm just saying.
I mean, no, you're accurate. That would set a lot of people off. Yes.
And she just walked away and said, "Fuck this shit," and put it on TikTok instead.
Mm-hmm.
Which I guess is a mature way of going about it.
I mean, more mature than scrapping, but yeah.
Yeah.
Right. Jose, you're the man of the hour here. The people want your take on this. So
What
what do
would
you
you like
think?
me to say?
What are your instant
What,
reactions?
yeah, what's your thoughts seeing that?
Well, obviously, homegirl, the other girl knew about it from day one, so she was already 1 foot out the door.
Mm.
She was just using the girlfriend.
You think so? You think it was always the case?
Homegirl already knew. That's why she came up with that answer. That's why they didn't even flinch.
It didn't flinch. You're right. That was not.
That was not
No.
in the mood. She knew she wasn't gonna do shit.
Yeah.
Homegirl knew.
Oh.
If you look at that, that's my girlfriend. Not anymore. She knew. It was
Yeah.
done. They didn't even
yeah.
go hugging each other. They just
No.
turned back doing their thing. So
Yeah,
that just
right.
tells me she was just 1 foot out the door and she was ready to pull the plug from day one. It was done.
Yeah, she had other people since the beginning.
Or
Clearly.
she was just listen. I have done
You've done this very thing.
Yeah.
I'm currently doing this very thing.
Oh,
Oh, good.
Like homegirl, like I'm doing my own damn thing. Homegirl knows the deal, but homegirl thinks that she's in a relationship with me. I don't say shit because I don't get in an argument, but I do. I'm not stupid enough to put my fucking location out there, but
well,
she wouldn't be. Let's just say she wouldn't be surprised if she caught me
found
with
out that you had someone else. So you think that this was the reason that she even went to the bar is because she knew that this was probably going on?
She had to have known.
Yeah.
Well, you're being suspicious. Point. So this is not fucking new. Like you knew. The minute you go check your girl's location, you already have a gut feeling or suspicions or something's not adding up correctly. And the fucking minute you do that, you should have to look at your girl's or guy's location. You should be done. This relationship.
Sure, I guess so.
I'm with Jose on that.
I agree with that too. But
what?
I don't know. I would just clearly the breakup's happening, that I would at least just say, yeah, go be happy, do this, you're a horrible person, karma's coming, something like that. And even if she doesn't care, she doesn't care, but I don't know.
Doesn't care?
The girl that's cheating on her, clearly. So,
yeah.
I don't know, just make her feel a little more guilty and then, get your viral moment so you could talk on the show,
yeah,
get
but you
monetized from this.
I mean, you saw them. You were not going to make either of those two people feel
You
guilty.
weren't going to touch bat an eye.
They may not care now tonight, but later on.
She'll never care. I wouldn't even care. Yo, no bullshit. If homegirl catch me with another girl and I give two shits, she can put my sex tape out for all I give a fuck. I don't care.
Yeah, no,
but if I'm willing to risk that, it's because nothing you can do, you can't touch me. Period. Right. You can spread all the fucking Holy Spirit karma bullshit, whatever you want on top of it. I give two shits.
Yeah, I think I'm actually with Jose. They nothing she could have said would have made those two care that they got caught. The best thing to do is just walk away and be like, whatever. Because
that's true. And then I'll agree with that. Then in this point, expose them on social media is a good move. Because in the future,
who wins?
Well, if somebody, I don't know, maybe her job sees this, or maybe some of her friends.
Again, who cares? Because now we're looking how Stone Cold. She looks good on that. She looks badass. I give that because the homegirl that fucking filmed it is going home sleeping, crying, while homegirl is about to get laid.
She looks badass cheating.
So who gives a shit?
I guess that could go a deeper conversation when we talk about cheating. Like, how deep is it really? And
it's obviously deep to her. It's obviously deep to her. The girl, the victim, it's deep, but to the dude that's cheating, and I have done my fair share. I don't care. It doesn't run deep. I'm on to the next one. I've been on to the next one before you even found out. So who cares?
You're right. Who cares?
Obviously, I
But
don't
should you
care.
keep doing it though? Should we
But that's
inspire people?
okay.
If you don't
You
like your relationship, instead of breaking up, first start cheating on them and
okay?
secure your new relationship, then
Well,
break
no,
up
you
with
shouldn't
them.
do
You're
that.
you're talking to a dude that don't care about inspiring. I only give a fuck about my needs, my selfish needs, what I want. I'm not giving a crap with Matt. I'm not trying to inspire Matt. I'm not trying to inspire anybody. Right now, I'm thinking of numero uno. So when you come and ask me that, I don't care. As a person that's a cheater and person that done his thing in the past, I get how it goes. Like people think, like most common sense, that's the wrong thing. You're right. But the problem is, I don't care. And when you don't give a fuck, it's easy to move on. It's easy to cut strings. It's easy to
Have
just
you ever been cheated on? I'm just
Yes,
curious.
I have. Yes.
Was it the
And guess
same
me.
vibe, or
What do you mean?
like did you feel the same way? Like, all right, well, she's already clearly moved on.
Shit. And when I got first cheated on, this is what the monster that I am now.
The origin
I won't
story.
fucking
This is
lie.
the origin story. Okay.
Shit, it got to the point where I'm not gonna feel that again. I gave my heart out. I got abused. Whatever. Call it a day. Keep it moving. All right. I learned it. Took my 6 months in the chin and kept it moving. I'm never gonna deal with that again. It's easy. You got.
So I'll
just
say, to Matt's point, why wouldn't you just be like, all right, well, if you're not liking your relationship, just cheat and get someone else? I guess my counterpoint to Jose saying, fine, do that, would be that you do know that more than likely, and I think even Jose would agree with this, more than likely the person whom you've cheated on is going to be very upset. Correct? Can we all agree to that premise? When you cheat on someone, the other person is going to be upset. Okay.
Yes.
So in a polite society,
simple.
in a polite society in which we all live, making other people upset for no reason is considered by most of us bad. So if you need a reason and you can't muster it up to break up with someone before finding your next partner, then that would be the reason. That in most civilized conversations, if you make someone feel bad for no reason, you're being a jerk. And you don't want to be a jerk.
Can I ask you a question?
Yeah, you can. Of course you can ask.
Homegirl did what she did. Is there a right way she could have handled it?
I mean, if she was with someone else, she could have broke up with her girlfriend and started dating a new girl.
But the old girl came looking, already knew what she was getting herself into. She already knew.
Well, I do agree. The fact that she showed up at the bar means she was I think she was pretty convinced that her girl was cheating on her. That's why she went to the bar in the first place. Because, I mean, obviously I'm not just dating, but like I don't check my wife's location. And if I did need to check my wife's location, I wouldn't be showing up at that location. Because that's not what you wouldn't do that. That's not, I'd never feel the need to do that.
She had the intent to go into that bar and to
find her cheating. Yes.
But the problem, not that she already knew she was cheating.
But she wanted to catch them doing that.
She wanted to catch them and embarrass her.
Yes,
that's why she did that. Yes. But the problem was she didn't realize that the whole time it was on her.
Right. The girl didn't care.
And that's where this whole thing, and then she thought, let me just put this shit on Instagram.
And that's where my embarrassment by proxy is, I don't care. I don't care if I'm going to be looked at differently, but there's still a reputation that is still getting hurt from this. Whether she likes
whose reputation, hers or the
cheater? The cheater.
Again, you're viewing.
Once a cheater, always a cheater, though.
That's fine, but who cares?
Yeah, how about this? If I'm a lady who is interested in ladies and I'm swiping on Tinder and I see this girl, I just know what I'm getting myself into. Maybe I'm not as interested. I'm just saying.
I mean, maybe some people won't be, but some will be.
Let's be realistic here. We're discussing this right now. In 6 months from now, are we going to remember or remember what she even looks like?
We'll remember it next week. I won't remember it.
Yeah, I won't remember next week.
But she won't. But my point is that's why it doesn't matter. What you will remember is homegirl that recorded it looking stupid at the end. That you will remember.
I don't think I've ever heard.
I will say, I don't know if you want me to read these comments out loud for a bunch of reasons.
They probably talking shit about homegirl.
No, let me. Now I'm interested in.
Well, no, I'm sure there's people who are supporting the person who got cheated on because it does suck that you got cheated on. I do think there's some merit to the idea that the fact that she showed up means she knew this was happening. Which, I mean, doesn't mean anything other than she should have just broke up with her girlfriend. I don't know. It is tough because you're right. You did show up to try to embarrass somebody, and the only reason it didn't work is because the person seems to not have any shame in what they're doing. But I don't
But
know
we
if
forget,
that's
like,
better. You know what I mean? Like, I don't want
the
to be
problem
like, oh, it's
is,
good. She has no shame, so it's fine. Like, it's still not fine, I would say, but it
the
makes
problem here
sense.
is she's with another girl. She doesn't give a crap. So she's going to be stuck on this girl for however months. The shit
Well, right.
blows past, and who cares?
But
That's
she
what
has another person.
she's already with homegirl, and she already accepted that she was with another girl, and she didn't care either. So they both don't care.
Yeah.
That makes me want to stay because now my options are way more open with her. If she can accept me sleeping with another girl and still wants me to sleep with me the next day after I slept with my girl, who am I staying with? Homegirl, like the girl I already have trust issues and bullshit, probably arguing with it, or the girl I'm just having fun and bullshit with.
We can all agree,
already
though,
accept me.
cheating is not okay.
Cheating is
I
terrible.
can agree with that. Yeah.
Yes, cheating is the worst. Be man up. If you already thought about being with the other person, you should man up and just be like, end the relationship. If you have second thoughts of what being with Julio in the grocery department and you want to smash him, I think it's time maybe your relationship with Tommy at home ain't gonna be working out much longer.
Right.
So why don't you just cut it loose and save yourself the issues and problems? You're right.
Yes.
Some of us are selfish though, but you're right.
Exactly. Okay. Let's couple more things and then we'll say goodbye. Daniel Jones, right?
Mm-hmm.
We will spend all fall talking about him, but he's the New York Giants quarterback. He is right now on a year in his contract where if things do not go well, the Giants can opt out of the contract. Getting paid $40 million a year. So, having said that, amongst his subpar play, amongst his injuries, which I think is the ultimate problem with him, injured a lot, he really has a lot to prove in this season. He did do well in a walk season, got the team to the playoffs, got the team to the divisional round, and played his ass off in his one playoff win. But now, Daniel Jones needs something. He needs that edge, and he grew a beard. Giants were practicing with the Detroit Lions last week, and there were some scuffles, and he was actually a part of some of those scuffles. You could see him running into some of the fights during practice. Now adding to that, he's growing this beard, trying to get this edge, and maybe people are taking notice, which also could include one of my favorite NFL reporters. So let us see what exactly I'm talking about. With Daniel Jones risen?
It's Adam Schefter. Sorry.
Look at that.
So you like both?
Yeah, I like country music.
Yeah. Daniel Jones, man, I've never had such a complicated relationship with the player. But as a fan, and I've wanted Daniel Jones to succeed, and I have very much criticized him on this podcast, even when I did the show literally by myself before Dolo. But this guy, who's also brought me plenty of joy, and I want him to do well. I want him to make it to the end of this contract, to the point where the Giants don't have to draft another quarterback next season, that him and Malik Neighbors can actually work as a unit and all his other weapons. But this beard where he's getting in fights and maybe having people, be in awe of him, maybe people who are stuttering while talking to him, maybe this could be the one thing that leads Daniel Jones to his full potential.
Yeah, maybe if all the girls were all women, defensive ends are all women, sure, you got it. They're gonna destroy him. He's the reason why the Giants are gonna go back 10 years.
I personally, I know this is not an answer to Matt's question, but I have got twice as much beard as Daniel Jones, and I have received half as many nervous giggles. And so I don't know. I think that there might be something else that's not beard related.
Yes,
to his
okay. By the
success.
way, I should also not to go off the tangent, but the point of the clip is Kay Adams stuttering while speaking with Daniel Jones. Was that a coincidence or more to it?
I've seen a bunch of people on Twitter actually reference the Daniel Jones glow up. So no, I don't know that it was a coincidence. I think people caught it as legitimate. I'm making a factual point that for folks who are listening, the length of your beard does not increase your level of attractiveness, as I can attest to. But I do think that the idea that the beard is part of a rebrand is true. I just don't know that rebrand is going.
Much.
I just don't know that
very
rebrand
much.
is going to include improved play. I mean, you can rebrand all you like. You're only as good at football as you are. Like, you can only be as good as you are. You're not going to be able to look better and then play better. You're either good at football or you're either going to have a good season or you're not. You're going to play well, you're not. Doesn't really matter what you look like. I mean, this is the same thing with Joe Burrow's bleach blonde hair. Like, he's either going to have a comeback season or he's going to flop again like he did last time. The hair is not going to be at all affecting how he does. So to answer your question, Matt, I don't think the beard is going to give him the edge he needs to have the season he needs. He's going to have to dig somewhere deeper. But the beard is clearly going to get him laid more. So I suppose that's exciting.
Now, he does have a girlfriend, but
well, all right then.
How long? But, to answer your question, Ryan, and Daniel Jones has shown spurts that he could play. He's definitely an NFL quarterback. I'll give you that. He's not god-awful that some people think. And I'll fight to the day with that. He's had horrible offensive line, but when he's protected, he can run. He has the legs, and he has a better arm than people give him credit to. But to put all this ahead, because we have a full NFL season to talk about Daniel Jones, focusing on that clip, did he rizz up Kay Adams?
Well, that's interesting. So the clip is hard to see that because Rizz up, if I'm hip with the lingo, folks, means that he was putting on extra charisma to impress her. Correct? Rizz
So I don't know if Rizz is intentional or not. Okay. I should just say, let me restart it. Was Kay Adams feeling Daniel Jones for a moment?
Yes.
Okay, that's a better question.
I don't know that he was doing anything to elicit that emotion, but she was definitely into it. That's my opinion.
Ooh, okay. How about you, Jose? You think there's something there?
No, but
no.
I mean, no.
I have to say, Jose, a lot of people think that, but they're just being Twitter trolls. But why do you don't think? You think she just literally had a loss for words? I mean, sometimes that happens to everybody.
Yeah, of course.
She's a blank moment. I really don't think of anything of it. She's too hot for him anyway, so I can keep moving.
I don't know, man. Daniel Jones, I have to say, no homo. Got some other number.
Well, Daniel Jones, you're only looking at what, $40 million? That's what you look at him at. So he's like, you see dollar signs until you
he's
cut
a pro
him.
athlete too. I think there's probably more to it than the money.
I wouldn't even consider him a pro athlete. He just got lucky for a cut.
What do you mean? What do you mean?
Are we gonna really break this?
His career is athletics. You are by definition his profession.
He's the
reason why injured most of the season.
Yeah, he's trash. I can do the same bullshit. He can
do the same. You can play the same.
But hold on, we're burying the lead. His actual profession is athlete. He is by definition a pro athlete. He might be a bad pro athlete.
He's an NFL quarterback.
But definitionally, he plays a sport.
Is he okay?
For his job, his profession. He's a pro athlete.
Fine. We're going athlete. He's an athlete. He's a shitty athlete.
What do you mean?
I want to say shitty. Zach Wilson shitty. That's a shitty quarterback. Daniel Jones has been fine.
Too.
Just
now,
fine.
Zach Wilson with a beard. Look out, ladies.
Oh no! Don't get me started with that. That I will. That is a bad athlete we could talk about.
But I'd rather take Zach Williams over Daniel Jones. Bring Zach
Okay,
Williams to the
that's
Giants, please.
who's Zach Williams?
Zach Wilson.
Zach Wilson. Oh my
Zach
god.
Wilson, Zach Morris.
Wilson
I give two
throwing the
Zach
ball on
Morris,
the
Saved
ground.
by the Bell.
Bring him in.
Zach Morris and Uncle Rico.
Yeah.
Jesus.
No,
Anyways, I'm
yeah.
gonna move on. But there's only the best example of a quarterback who started terrible, and I don't even think Daniel Jones is terrible, but who's had a bad start to his career and had arguably a Hall of Fame career, but still not in, is Jim Plunkett. He did terrible in the Patriots. Then he went to the Raiders and won 2 Super Bowls with them and completely changed the way he played. And a lot of people think he should be in the Hall of Fame, but no beard. But I'm saying it is very rare for a quarterback to start pretty bad and then become phenomenal. So
Tim Tebow.
No, that is a bad idea. He
went the other way. He went the other way. He started off successful.
He didn't get a chance.
College.
He did not get a chance.
Well, I mean, he was successful.
He won one playoff game.
Denver.
You want to talk about lucky?
Denver.
But he got in after injuries.
When Daniel Jones get?
One. They have the same amount.
They're equal grounds. So you can't say Tim Tebow's trash and they did the same numbers.
Yes, I can. He was an all-time great college quarterback and a bad NFL quarterback.
Did Tim Tebow win a national championship?
Oh my! 2 national championships.
How many Daniel Jones won?
0, but that's college.
There you go.
Tim Tebow. About the pros.
Both one win in the playoffs.
Talk about
2 championships.
20-year-old Daniel Jones versus 20-year-old Tim Tebow. And moving on. There's this one clip that actually both of you, I'm really excited with this guy's speech. Speaking of weddings, and I talked about being at one, we had a groom talk about his wife. I believe this is after they got married. And he gave a line that is hilarious here. So just give me a second as I pull it up. But this is literally just straight up hilarious. This quote from him. Okay. So again, gets married. It's a beautiful moment. This is also another 6'7" reference. So I won't for time's sakes, I won't put his reaction to it. But this has gone pretty viral. So tell me if this is appropriate to say. Excuse me. Tell me if this is appropriate to say after you get married to the love of your life, even if it is true.
And you?
Wait, hold on.
I wish I did it back then, but I just.
Okay. So let me play the clip for y'all.
For real, me and you. I wish I did it back then, but I just wanted you back. I just wanted to hit back then. I ain't gonna hold you. I seen you. I ain't gonna hold you. Walked on the boat 2009. I saw you, little dark skin thing. And I'm like, yo, who was that? But you know what? I usually crack a Tracy smile and they come running. You? It took time.
As it should.
It took real time.
Now, a lot of the comments are.
All right, beautiful. I love 6'7", but I just don't have the time to hear his reaction. But yeah, saying, hey, I just wanted to say the love of my life. At first, I just wanted to hit, but then I got to really know you, which is definitely true, I would assume. But do you say that in front of all your friends and family at the toast? I guess it doesn't really matter, does it?
Yeah, it doesn't matter. Like it adds a little flavor. It depends on who your friends and family are, I guess. If like Grandma Myrtle's gonna have a real problem with that kind of talk, then maybe you leave it out. You know what I mean? Like you don't want anyone feeling uncomfortable. But to say that, your relationship grew from something that was purely physical to more, I think that's actually kind of sweet. So I don't necessarily think that it's bad to mention something like that. Again, if you have older relatives who would not find it amusing, then maybe you don't say it. But your family better than anybody else, so you would know if it's going to land or not. Would be my advice. But I don't think it's inherently bad. No.
Yeah, I truly think it depends on the family, how your like kind of your relationship. Like for me and my mom, like my mom and dad and myself, I have an open relationship. I tell them every girl I smash the next day. So it doesn't like they always ask me how was Kim, and I was like, I'll be like, she was all right. Ain't no sex, paper moving. But like, you know what I mean? Like, so it depends on your relationship with your family.
Yeah,
Because
no, I agree.
Isn't that
It does.
something?
Truthfully, it does.
I mean, I can't picture Matt getting up there telling, "Hey, listen, I just want to hit. I know his mom ain't having that."
That's not gonna happen. I'll say something more wholesome.
Yes.
Even if something like that probably is true.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, that's not a topic that I would personally have brought up in my speech or whatever.
You did not say, "Hey, I was just trying
I
to
mean,
hit."
it wasn't true either, which is part of why I didn't say it, of course. But even if it had been true, it would have just not been something that my family would have appreciated as being part of my, my
Speech.
comments. So, like, again, wasn't true in my particular case, but like, even if it had been, it just would not have been something that would have landed. So I wouldn't have said it. But obviously this guy knew his family would laugh, and they did. Everybody laughed when he said it. It wasn't bad. So
What a moment. Last thing, now going backwards, going from marriage to a talking stage. Let's break down with this TikTok. The TikToker's name is, hold up one second. What is the TikToker's name? Poetic Exposure TV of. Let us break down some July 4th texts and this player. Right? You ready?
ready. July 4th. So this is over the holiday as well. We'll see.
Yes, we are. Just 1 second. This is loading up. Okay.
Today is July 9th. And this man who posted these messages on the dark side, this is him running game. And he's texting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 different women. 8 different women, the same message. The exact same message. And you know what's hilarious? Is that Veronica and Sophie and Amanda and Maddie and Maggie and Julia and Sophia and Nirali all do not know that they are about to answer the exact same question that the next woman and that the last woman just got. It is so easy to decipher these messages because I'm going to tell you right now, because he is asking them how was their 4th of July 5 days later, that means he ghosted them. He ghosted them all. And if he didn't ghost them all, he didn't respond to any of them from the last text message that he either sent or that he received from or to them. Which means he is literally playing in these women's faces. And once they respond, he got them right where he wants them. He waited 5 days to send a message to all of these women. 5 days. And I guarantee all 5 is going to respond. Now, do y'all see Nirali all the way at the bottom? And he texted her at 11:12 a.m. Now, as you can see, he texted Nirali at 11:12 a.m. Because he texted her first, he wants a response from her first. So Nirali is the main woman that he has the most interest in. Veronica is the woman he has the least amount of interest in. Now, you can tell the different levels of each woman intellectually based off of the message he sent them. He said, "How was your 4th though?" ? She's the only one that got a question mark. Veronica's probably the only one that got a question mark because he know not to text her like he don't have no education. Like he don't have no common sense. This girl, how was your 4th? How was your 4th? He don't care for them. How was your 4th though? How was your 4th though? How was your 4th though? Those is the women that he's trying to keep there. He just want to keep them there. Veronica and Raleigh is probably his top 2. Not gonna cap. Even though he texted her last, this is probably his top 2. Now every man is different, so I could be wrong about his roster, but him texting Raleigh first and then texting Veronica last tells you that he is most interested in Raleigh and Veronica, based off of the way that he made this with a question mark. But I personally just feel like if your name is Veronica, Sophia, or Sophie, Amanda, Maddie, Maggie, Julia, Sophia, or Norali, if you see this video, you should stop talking to any man that you're talking to. He's on Twitter bragging about how he's texting you this. If you got this message from a man, this is the man that sent you this message. He literally talking to all these women.
Is that you, Jose?
Yes.
How was your 4th, though?
All those little details that really bring out intentions and what they mean and stuff like that, and placements of the text. I have to say, this is very accurate.
Yeah, I would say the part, like, if you text someone first, that would make sense that they're the person that you thought of first and are therefore most interested in.
I always do last.
You don't think that? You don't think that the person that you first, like, your first instinct isn't the person that you like the most?
No, when you wake up in the morning, sometimes the most desperate girl is the one that texts you last of the night, is the one you answer first when you wake up in the morning. It's the one when, how's your 4th, though, is the one you're interested in. How's your 4th is like kind of a blank, how was it?
I was gonna say, so
But
a couple of them just said,
the,
"How's your 4th?" and a few said, "How's your 4th?" Though.
Correct. It just depends on who texts you last in the morning, in the night, and
I
then
will
you
say,
go from there.
Another little linguistics hack here, though, makes it sound like his text is in response to a different text, whereas "How's your 4th?" feels like the start of a conversation. So I would say that if the people who received "How's your 4th?" quite literally just got a shot in the dark message after the 4th of July, the people who said "though," he was probably, if he was talking to any of them, he was more likely had more recently talked to those people because he was responding to something they said with "How is your 4th, though?" So I would say if you got "though," that means that this person's trying to at least appear like they're talking to you. And so that's something, I suppose.
That's what he was saying.
Yeah.
How your 4th, though, is meaning that if I'm asking how your 4th, though, is because I'm already in a conversation with you.
Right.
How's your 4th is trying to spark.
Right. It's just you
trying to keep you. I'm trying to keep you on the roster so I can smash you on Tuesday, and whatever happens after that is what it is. I'm just keeping you girls love attention. So I'm just giving you how's your 4th. It's just saying I'm here.
I'll say this, ladies. Stop giving away so much attention to these guys who are doing this to you. That would be my advice. Obviously, you don't know that it's happening at the time. But yeah, if you can figure it out, if you can catch someone being this way, you should punish it. You shouldn't just accept it as something that has to happen.
Hold on. Why are you acting like these ladies are victims? You don't think they got a roster too?
I didn't say they did.
But that's my point. They playing the game too. We both playing the game. Like, if a girl tells me I'm looking for one and one and only, and you're on a dating app, if I met you on a dating app and you're telling me I only talk to one, you're already lying. You're on a dating app when you got 30. Listen, let's be honest, and Matt can tell you, on a dating site, the ratio, a guy will get maybe, if you're a good-looking dude,
I understand
one, two girls are getting 30 messages.
Yes, guys message girls far more frequently. No, I understand that.
So to tell me they don't have a roster.
So, all right, guys, fellas, if this girl's got 16 of you in her messages, maybe you just bow out of that one. You don't need that one. Move on to the next one. I think everyone should be a little bit less eager to hook up with people who are clearly just, well, I mean, unless you're looking for a hookup, in which case don't worry about it. Do what makes you feel good. But if you're not looking for a hookup, stop being so eager to try and find people who are, and worm your way into a relationship. People who want to be with you are going to be with you. The people who just want to, be with you short term. That's all they're going to do. You're not going to change their mind. So that would be what I would say.
Yep, you would think, but I don't know. And the beat goes on and on. Ryan and Jose, you killed it once again. Great to be back. We'll see you at the end of this week. And everybody keep on keeping on. Thank you to Magic Mind, a presenting sponsor, for checking out. Thank you to Magic Mind as our presenting sponsor for sponsoring the show. Don't forget to get that boost of energy by using the amazing nootropic formula known as Magic Mind to give you more focus, less inflammation, and make your life better. Go to magicmind.com/PCMB20 and get 40% off. Sorry, you get 48% off your first subscription or 20% off your one-time purchase. Thank you so much to those guys and girls over there. Thank you to Ryan and Jose. My name is Matt Brown, and I am the host of the Productive Conversations podcast. We'll see you at the end of this week. Have a great one, everybody.
See ya.
See ya.